Hey guys, welcome to my Intel summary. Guys, I'm doing this early so I can post it so you guys can see it at lunch at around noon. And then the shorts will post throughout the afternoon. And then I'm going to be live again at 5. I didn't think I was going to be, but look for a notification. My husband has to go get his truck undercoated, so it may be 4:45. And I might do just one cocktail tonight just to make me a little bit happier when my husband comes home and we have dinner. Because, guys, I have to manage my state around my husband. And anyways, so here we go. We had some articles from my guys. And, of course, the CBI is going to be saying right now that it's not done, right? Or they can be good at 1310, but that's obviously not the case. They said the same thing in Kuwait. They weren't going to do it for a year. So comment down below if you like these summaries, because I need the encouragement today. I've been very tired this week, doing some healing. How about you? Especially with anyway. So listen, so there were several articles I covered on detail on live stream. So I'm going to go through those. I'm also going to go through the rates online about the Iraqi dinar, what it says, what it is in country, which is different in country, and what we see are different. Just like when they redenominate the currency in country, they're going to end up having notes just like the US does. We have ones, fives, 20s, 50s, hundreds, and the value of it on Forex changes all the time. The dollar goes up and down in accordance with all the other countries. Once this hits Forex, they're going to send new denoms to the people, and that's why they've been training them on the lower denoms. That does not mean your $25,000 is going to be replaced with a $25 note. So if you like that, you please subscribe, tap the bell, because I know how this works. I've got foreign exchange traders that are on my channel that have told me that the CBI already sent the rate to Forex. It's preloaded. Now, it was May 27th of 2025, which just happens to be my mother's birthday. May she rest in peace. It's been 32 years next month. Jesus showed up in my Jeep February 22nd on the anniversary of her death. So God gives me a prophetic words every morning. So hope you join us. And he told me to tell you this was done. So we're looking for it to come out initially at 481. When is that going to happen? Well, we're going to look into the intel. I do discuss rates as far as what the Forex letter said. It said it's preloaded at 481 in accordance with the Albanian white paper. It's coordinated political timing. We don't know when Mark Savaya is going over there, but I'm telling you, God said to tell you it's done. I live in Maine. I wanted you to see, this is my home office, my business home office. It's not my typical YouTube studio. Ooh, there's a squirrel. And we're getting Thor early, 2 days early. We're getting him on the 15th because that's just the timing of the dog sitter. So guys, anyways, subscribe, tap the bell if you like my intel summaries. So there was an article about the Minister of Justice. The article was Minister of Justice, Iraq has made tangible progress on several human rights issues. Then there was an article that I discussed in detail on my live stream. The Tourism Authority welcoming 10 million tourists as part of a strategy extending to 2035. Guys, they're set up for tourism. Customs expects revenues to exceed 10 trillion dinars with the Escuda. Guys, that was the breaking news right after my live stream ended yesterday. So 10 trillion dinars just for the Escuda system. That's the new customs system. That's the quantum system. That's the digital system, whatever you want to call it. Their customs revenue is going to exceed 10 trillion. That is good. Right? That's just stuff, it's a diversification of revenues that they've been required to be doing for WTO ascension, for the Bank of International Settlements, the World Bank. They want Iraq to be diversified before they revalue it. The Iraqi House of Fashion revives folkloric jewelry with a contemporary heritage abaya. Guys, that is a great human interest story. They're talking about those details. That means this is done because they finished the banking system. You don't hear any more articles about the banking system, do you? You just don't. You don't hear anything about the transition. You don't hear anything more about the auditors because the audits are all done. The next article, OPEC, Iraq regains 273,000 barrels per day of previously cut quota. That just increases their income. They're the number 2 provider in OPEC as of now. It didn't say which ones were in which standing on this article. The next one was the cabinet has decided that next Thursday will be an official holiday in Baghdad in honor of one of their martyrs. That's Sudani chairing the meeting. And I went through that in detail. If you like that kind of thing, I personally don't like politics. I just want to know when this is done. The next article was customs. No new taxes have been imposed on traders or imported goods. And again, they mentioned the Escuda system because that's part of the system that handles the things going in and across the borders. It also handles foreign currency traders. And again, the dollar is illegal for citizens, but the traders are still trafficking the dollar versus the Forex as long as it changes. But the parallel market eventually will go away. Also, what do you think? Do you think this is going to happen in a basket because of what just happened in Venezuela? I think the Bolivar's back on the table now since they got rid of the narco terrorist that was running the country. I think the dong is getting ready to go. If you listen to some other people, I think the Vietnam dong could be ready to go because they're very prosperous as well. I don't have those details because my intel sources are in Iraq. God told me the dinar is done. But what do you think? I hope they all go at once or they go like dominoes. My 3 steps, by the way, is the best safe way for you to exchange your currency, in my opinion. 3 steps to a safe exchange. I tell you how to find your bank, what to say, give you scripts so you're not just at the behest of the bankers. Why? You need a strategy if you're going to talk to the bankers. They are not your friends. Amen. They want to make a profit. So they want to give you as little as they can and take your currency in so they can get more for it. That's just the way business works. Don't be naive. Oh, I told you I'd give you the rates. The digital dinar, that is their stable coin that runs their banking system. It's 0.68 on Handle Forex on Coinbase. You have to look it up under Handle Forex on Coinbase and you'll see it. That's their stable coin, 0.68. That's Iraqi Dinar stable coin. I don't suggest you invest in that. I don't suggest, none of this is financial advice, but I have crypto investments, but not in stable coins. If you want to do that, then you're a trader and good luck with that. The Kuwaiti dinar to the USD is 3.25. 1 Kuwaiti dinar equals $3.25. So if you have a Kuwaiti dinar, you get $3 for it and a quarter, right? Well, isn't that funny that they're next door to all these other countries that are blowing up like Iran and Syria and all this stuff where there's a lot of chaos? Well, you got the Iraqi dinar. 1 Iraqi dinar equals 0.00076. This is according to Google. So Iraq and Kuwaiti dinar, that different. But Kuwaiti dinar, when it revalued on Forex overnight, they told everybody it wasn't going to happen for a year. So of course they can't tell you when it's going to happen. So on my channel, we're pulling it in by faith. We're manifesting it because we're co-creators with Christ. We're supposed to occupy till Jesus returns. I'm not one of those end times. You just have to wait and see what happens. No, you can create your own reality. You can frame your own world with your words. I'm the best place to be. I hope you will join us, especially if you're a believer. Now we look at the summary of everybody else. 7 minutes in, we're now going to everybody else just for those haters that say, oh, you just repeat everybody else's name. No, I don't. Most of it's my information, okay? My insights and wisdom given to me from God because I have a prophetic gift. Jeff, Guru Jeff, very good information is coming out showing how critically close the rate change is. I know, Jeff, I'm so happy. He says you have to consider the budget is nothing more than a new law. The budget is calculated off the currency value. The draft amended 25 budget to the 26 budget hasn't been approved yet because all aspects of laws to exist in order to prove them. What doesn't exist yet would be the currency revalue, which they would expect the rate change to be in the new budget. He said that's why they're being paused and suspended right now, waiting on the rate to change. Bruce says the timing of the RV, our recent source that we received, was talking like a Friday to Saturday start for us, which is great. Makes sense to me. It would be done on a weekend because that's when the Forex closes down on Friday. Great time to exchange at some of those centers. What would we be doing here? When you subscribe, tap the bell. I'll be doing a live stream that says the time is now with 2 sirens, all in caps. That's the live stream you want to get on. I'm going to give you a bridge strategy to tell you what to do if you haven't found your bank. Because most of us, if you got my strategies in the last year, I tell you, don't call the banks right now. They're too much in transition. It's too messy. Not a good time to call the banks. That's why God promised the bridge strategy. Frank 26, monetary reform is ready to go. The only thing missing is the spark that will give it life, and that would be the new exchange rate. I agree with him. That will come from the Central Bank of Iraq. We're going to get the new exchange rate because if Iraq doesn't give it up, he's gone. That's Frank's opinion. I've already told you at the beginning of this that according to my Forex letters that I have, it says it's already been given to Forex. We're just waiting on coordinated political timing. So everything's done except for them to time the release in accordance with the white paper. Mountain Goat. I believe the people of Iraq realize the U.S. is there to help the progress of al-Sudani's first term in office. Part of that work is the reinstatement and the change over the currency. In speaking with their CBI contact over the weekend, she has said her committee is still waiting for the direction to begin the swap out of the currencies. She told me it was planned for last week in December, but it was stalled due to political reasons. Again, coordinated political timing. That's why our prayers matter. My personal belief is that it will not occur until the Iranian issues. I don't believe that. I mean, the Iranian issue could take years. right? It just could. Samson, Iraq is ninth globally on the list of countries richest in national resources. Ninth. Iraq came in ninth place globally with natural resource value of approximately 16 trillion US dollars, reflecting the enormous wealth it possesses in oil, gas, and minerals and its ability to form a major economic lever. Venezuela, US is 14 trillion. Guys, I think they could all go at once. What do you think? Mark Z, I am being told right now that the Indian groups are being funded. Guys, I'm Cherokee. I'm not part of the Indian group, though, because I didn't even get into this until June of 2012. He says, and Mark Z said, they're being funded. The rumor is we are next, and that's when they release everything. I got this piece of news in the wee hours of last night. Mark, I'm so thankful for you and your contacts. Let's see. They're going to keep saying the dollar stable at that rate. We're done. And somebody, Samson said an article, Bank of Syria, currency replacement does not mean a devaluation. I agree. Guys, currency replacement or redenomination is because the value, the underlying Forex value has changed. That's why our currency is still going to be very valuable. So hold. I love you. I'll see you live. I'm going to be live at 4:45, free Q&A session, but you do have to be subscribed for a few days in order to get in and ask me a question. I love you.